The history, oftentimes in school districts, the pushback is programs like this, students won't take advantage of them. Parents are not necessarily pushing their students to go to college. What has been your experience in terms of parent involvement and student participation once they find out about the program and the opportunities?
They're like, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. I have a passion for what I do because they didn't have anything like this when my kids went to college. When my son went off to state, we basically told him, you got 4 years to get a BS degree. That's on us. If it goes to year number 5, it's on you, and you'll graduate and you'll be trapped with all these student loans. And the kids knew that my husband and I meant that. Mm-hmm. I wish that we had something like this then. A lot of times the middle class working folks, you know, they don't get need-based scholarships like what we didn't, and you got to get the money the best way you can. And then with sharing with students, you know, what's the best fit college for them, that really was a great tool, you know, for these students. Mm-hmm. But I think the parents that realize that they're going to have to fund their own kids' college, this right here is just like a gravy train. And if they just do what they're told in this class, and I think a lot of the students saw that on this college tour, that didn't Mr. Wynn tell you that? Because I said that several times on the trip. So when the rubber really meets the road, they really appreciate this, and the parents will. So I get emails from parents, I think it's great. I got another child that's going to be a junior a few years. Make sure that you save a space for them.
So what about the communication from schools who now have students with thousands of dollars in scholarships and been admitted into great colleges and universities? What type of communication do you get from them? Now,
were these as a result of first generation?
Yes.
Oh my God, I don't have 3 or 4 hours to tell you about that. It's like, how did I miss this? They tend to want to take the credit for it if they could.
Right.
But we're making sure that the article says this was through the first generation program. All the hard work that Michael and Nina Wynn did, and all the recruiting that I did, all of the preparing. But I think, as they say, hindsight is 20/20. I mean, I heard one of the students say that he's getting all this recognition at his school now because before he was a nobody.
Right. So what would you say to a school district, someone who was making a decision as to whether or not this partnership would be valuable for their students? Because that's what really we have. We provide content and instruction, but Guilford County Schools does all the recruiting of students, manages the program, and devotes a lot of resources toward this program. What would you say to a school district that would raise the question, why do these students even need this level of service?
Well, there is not adequate time for guidance counselors to spend, 9 to 1 Saturday a month with the number of students that are at these schools. But if you have students that are serious about going to college, but they just need a little guidance, and then some of them, it's their first generation. Their parents didn't go to college, their grandparents didn't. They may have smart students that are potentially great candidates for a good college, a good future, but they just don't know what to do. And if they come to this program, you know, it's laid out, the assignments, and I say this all the time, the assignments in this program are only geared toward college prep. It's not about, you know, read this book and do a 10-page essay on, you know, something that's not even relevant to college. And I think sometimes people are afraid of that because they think when you hear assignments, oh Lord, I'm going to have to, but it's all about them, their profile, their application, their resume, you know. I just wish that they could see what a great help this would be to the students. And it's only once a month, but from 9 to 1, it's a great opportunity to get hands-on help with what they're doing. And then even during the month when you're communicating with the students, it's great.
Let me follow up with that then about